Mm, no. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. 15 candles, streets whisper cold lies. Velour walking shadows, neon in her eyes. Judged by the color of her skin, not the soul inside. They point, they laugh, but they don't know the ties. Mama said, girl, the world gon' test your name. Every sideways glance fit like fiery flames. Pool halls echo chains they never see. She carrying dreams heavy like infinity. Ooh, velour, shine through the night. Hold on tight, you're gonna be alright. Even when the world don't see your light. Ooh, yeah. Rise, take flight. Concrete jungle, whisper slice like knives. She danced between the cracks, fighting for her life. Lipstick dreams on broken city tiles. Every sneer a lesson, every tear a mile. Society label her trouble blinds her with grace. But Brazilians paint stars on the face. Block ticket, world talking, still she rise. Velour shadow, ain't silent, hear the cries. Ooh, velour, shine through the night. Hold on tight, you're gonna be alright. Even in the world don't see your light. Ooh, velour, rise, take flight. They call her lost, they call her wrong, but her rhythm steady, her heart be strong. 15 years of fire in the world so cold. She spit truth like gold, every story told. Discrimination cut deep, stars in the night, but even shadows bow when she claimed her light. Velour walking past, whispers past this thing. Queen of her own story, breaking every chain. And when the rain falls, she won't break. Every storm teach her how to take. Holding dreams in her trembling hands. One step forward, she'll make her stand. Ooh, Lord, shine through the night. Hold on tight, you're gonna be alright. Even when the world don't see your light. Ooh, Lord, shine, take flight. Shine. Velour story etched in paint. From 15 candles to a blazing flame. She owns her sky, she owns her name. Yeah. 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 15 candles, streets whisper cold lies. 15 candles, streets whisper cold lies. Yeah. 15 candles, streets whisper cold lies. 15 candles. 15 candles, yeah. 15 candles, 15 candles, streets whisper. 15 candles, yeah. 15 candles, 15 candles, yeah. 15 candles, 15 candles, 15 candles, 15 candles, 15 candles, yeah. 15 candles, streets whisper cold lies. 15 candles, 15 candles, yeah. 15 candles, streets whisper cold lies, yeah. 15 candles, streets whisper cold lies, yeah. 15 candles, 15 candles, 15 candles, yeah. 15 candles. 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 15 candles.
10 years old with a backpack full of dreams, but the hallway feels more like a prison, or so it seems. Malik's got a pencil drawing dragons in the back, but the teacher sees a thug cause his skin is coated black. One day he trips, bumps a desk, a little noise. In a wealthy suburb they call it just boys being boys, but here the resource officer is waiting by the door. Handcuffs for a child, face pressed against the floor. No sorry or a talk, just a walk to the precinct. The light in his eyes started fading in an instant.
Suspended for a week, now he's falling way behind. No tutor for the struggle, just the pressure on his mind. A zero tolerance policy, a blade that's always sharp. They silenced all the music before he touched the harp. Labeled as at risk, now he's forced into the game. Every adult in the building looks at him with shame. Budget cuts for libraries, but the metal detectors shine. They rather track his footsteps than expand his little mind. The streetlights start to whisper cause the schoolhouse shut its gates. The system's hungry for the bodies, filling up the crates. Fast forward 7 years, Malik 710 today. Not a cap and gown in sight, just a suit and shades of gray. The judge reads the record from that day in 5th grade. The foundation for the cage was already being laid. They predicted his arrival by the scores on his tests. Not for college, but for who could build the prison cells the best. The dragons that he drew are now tattoos on his skin. A cycle engineered for him to never ever win. Now the chalkboard's a memory, and the bars are his reality. A victim of a pipeline and statistic of fatality. From the chalkboard to the gallows, the path is already set. They're betting on your failure before you paid your debt. It's the school to prison pipeline, the trap is in the hall. They build the cells based on the grades of children standing tall. Yeah, the desk is just a holding cell, the bell is just a chime. In a system where just growing up is treated like a crime.
Welcome to the floor where the currency is skin, where they build a skyscraper off a poor man's sin. The gavel is a gavel, but it sounds like a cash register. Selling human time to the highest bid investor. They don't see a face, they just see a barcode. Driving down the lane of the corporate back road. It's a factory of fear, painted grain cold, where the freedom of a man is the silver and the gold. They ain't looking for a change, they just want a full house. Trapping every line till he's quiet as a mouse.
Oh, it's written in the ink of a broken heart. They tear the family tree and the roots apart. In the ledger of lost souls, they're adding up the cost, counting every dollar for every life that's lost. The towers are rising, but the spirits are low. In a system where the harvest is the only thing to grow.
3 strikes and you're out, but the house always wins. The prison is a garden where the nightmare begins. They privatize the cage, now the lock is a stock. They're trading on the hours, ticking on the cell clock. It's modern day slavery with a brand new name. Feeding on the ghettos just to fuel the flame. The CEO is smiling while the mother is crying, because a full bump means the profits are flying. They don't want you better, they just want you back. Following the rhythm of the code, iron track.
Is justice blind, or is she just counting the bills? Building up the empires on her blood in the hills.
They took the human out of being and replaced it with a price. Rolling down the hallways with a pair of loaded dice.
Loaded dice, the price of a life.
So they build them even bigger, watch the walls grow tall. A monument of greed, waiting for the fall. The ledger is heavy with the weight of the years. Water by the fountain of a million dry tears. The empire is hollow, built on bones and on bars. Trying to hide the truth from the moon and the stars, but the ink is running dry and the pages are thin. The ledger's gonna close where the record begins. Yeah, the record begins. Check the books. Who's really winning? The ledger of loss. Yeah.
of the scaffold, reaching for the blue, till the cable snapped and the sky split in two. In the ER, the fluorescent lights bleed like a halo. Doctor handing out mercy in a bottle of yellow. Said it's FDA approved, a miracle in a capsule, but it's a Trojan horse waiting to start the battle. He's signing a lease on a life he can't afford, trading his backbone for a chemical overlord. The ink on the script is the blood on the floor, a legal transaction to open hell's door.
We're reaping what they sowed in the dark of the night, trading our souls for a flicker of a light. It's the orange harvest blooming in the street, where the bitter and the hollow and the broken-hearted meet. They're counting up the gold while we're counting up the graves in the land of the free and the home of the slave.
Now the soil is plastic, the seeds are just pills. They're planting addictions in the heart of the hills. The orange harvest is in, see the fields of the broken, where the only truth left is the lies that were spoken. He's ghosting his family, a phantom in the hall, chasing a ghost that he caught in the fall. The dealer's got a doctorate degree on the wall, while the patient is a statistic waiting for the call. They turned a human being into a profit margin, leaving the soul in a cell with no sergeant.
How much is a life worth? How much?
Yeah. The flag is waving high, but it's covering the scars. We're reaching for the help, but we're hitting iron bars. Is it medicine or poison? Is it healing or a heist? They're selling us the water while they turning us to ice. Holding on, turning us to ice. Compare the CEO's yacht to the veteran's tent. One's counting billions, the other spent. They ship the cure to the street, but it's just more poison. A symphony of silence, ignoring the noise and the cries of the mothers, the flags on the coffins. The system is hungry, it's eating us often. They call it a crisis, the master conspiracy, but we see the heist through the fog and the misery. The harvest is bitter, the crop is our kin. The empire's fat while the people grow thin.
We reaping what they sowed in the dark of the night, trading our souls for a flicker of a light. It's the orange harvest blooming in the street, where the bitter and the hollow and the broken-hearted meet. They're counting up the gold while we're counting up the graves in the land of the free and the home of the slave. The harvest is in, but the hunger never ends. Watch the bottles turn to tombstones. Orange harvest.
Yeah, it's all by design. Yeah.
Walking on a cracked path, city lights in my eyes, shadows dance with my doubts, true camouflage and lies. Silver shoes one thin, every step bleed a story. Mirrors on the wall, reflecting pain and glory. Whispers in the wind, secrets buried in rain. Lost friends, lost love, every joy comes with change. Lions in my chest, raw courage I never borrow. Scarecrows in my mind, fade lessons through the sorrow. Concrete jungles echo, every step a decision. Hustle with precision, life's an endless mission. Heart heavy like a brick, dreams on fire like gasoline. Dorothy in the shadows, chasing visions unseen. Dorothy, take me home tonight. Through the storm, through the fight. Gold in my scars, light in my pain. I'm still standing, I'll rise again. Dorothy, don't let me fall. Hear my heart through it all. Dreams in the dark, I see the flame. Guide me, Dorothy, I call your name. Streets whisper secrets, corners hide the truth. Every scar's a verse, every loss a proof. Emerald visions blink, choices cut like glass. Time moves fast, can't let the moment pass. Chains I shed, shadows I embrace. Running through the night, pain etched on my face.
Home ain't just a place, it's the peace I generate. Every heartbreak, every scar builds the love I create. Fake friends, fake smiles, snakes in disguise. Eyes wide open, truth lives in my cries. Dorothy in my veins, courage in my veins. Rising from the dirt, lessons in my chain. Dorothy, take me home tonight. Through the storm, through the fight. Gold in my scars, light in my pain. I'm still standing, I'll rise again. Don't let me fall. Hear my heart through it all. Dreams in the dark, I see the flame. Guide me, Dorothy, I call your name. Midnight city hums, neon bleeding in my veins. Ghosts of yesterday, whisper echo in the chains. Clock ticks relentless, every second's a test. I move like a shadow, never settling for less. Words cut sharper than knives, truths wrapped in lies. Silver moon witnesses, tears out of skies. Dreams burn brighter than street lights in the rain. Dorothy in my spirit, I embrace the pain. Every step of rebellion, every breath a confession. Life, rights and graffiti, raw self-expression. I ain't just surviving, I redefine the path. Dorothy got me home, feel the aftermath. Dorothy, take me home tonight. Through the storm, through the fight. Gold in my scars, light in my pain. I'm still standing, I'll rise again. Dorothy, don't let me fall. Hear my heart through it all. Dreams in the dark, I see the flame. Guide me, Dorothy, I call your name.
Man, they gave me a medal for killing men. Man, ticket to the street for living like one. You see me? I'm the one you forgot, but I'm still standing at attention. In the rain, listen.
I used to be the front line, now I'm just the sideline. The star-spangled banner turned into a flat line. I bled for the stripes, kept the eagle in the sky. Now I'm asking for $1, seeing death in your eye. You look at my coat, see the dirt, not the soul. See a broken black man, lost his grip, lost control. But I built these roads, I defended this ground. Now I'm a nuisance in the city, just a ghost in the town. I represent the brothers who didn't make it back, and the ones who did, but got caught in the crack. I'm the last vet, the hero you ignore, the one who did the chores when you went to war. I'm the metal in the mud, I'm the flag on the floor. I ain't a homeless man, I'm the heartbeat you swore to protect and the honor. Now you locking your door. Yeah, I'm the last vet, what you hating me for? They call it post-traumatic, I call it truth in their head. While you sleep in your silk, I'm haunted by the dead. The VA's a joke, just a line in the wait. While the politicians eating off a silver-plated plate. You see my sign that says veteran, but you waste. You walk a little faster like you're scared of the taste of the reality. I'm living up the price of the flag. I'm a king in these rags, carrying history in the bag. I gave my youth to the soil, now the soil's my bed. I think you don't feed me and it don't keep me fed. I'm standing by the freeway, holding up a cardboard sign. Veteran in need, but they act like I'm a crime. They roll up their windows, I can hear the locks click. Like my service was an honor, but my presence makes them sick. I used to guard the borders, now I'm pushed behind the fence. Living in a tent city when nothing's making sense. They spend billions on the missiles, but they got no change for me. Just to move along, soldier from the local. I'm the last vet, the hero you ignore, the one who did the chores when you went to war. I'm the metal in the mud, I'm the flag on the floor. I ain't a homeless man, I'm the heartbeat you swore to protect and the honor. Now you're locking your door. Yeah, I'm the last vet, what you hating me for? Yo, I'm the ghost in the machine, the glitch in your greatness, the bitter taste of truth in a world full of fakeness. I spent my 20s in a hole, clutching the dusty chrome. Now I'm in my 50s, a stranger in my own home. I fought for your right to ignore me, ain't that a trip? The captain of the ship, now I'm sinking with the ship. I see the flag waving high from the penthouse floor, while I'm shivering down here by the liquor store door. It's a cold-blooded game, yeah, the cycle is vicious. They love the veteran tag, but they hate the unsheltered wishes.
They're one man standing for the millions gone, still standing at attention in a world that moved on. I am one you forgot, but I'm still here.
But I'm still here. Look at this place. New coffee shop on the corner. Luxury lofts where the community center used to be. Everything's developing, right? But where did all my people go?
I see you even if they don't. I'm walking down the block, but the pavement feels strange, like a glitch in the matrix. Everything's changed, there's a police sign where the barber used to sit, in a high boutique where we used to throw a fit. They're painting over murals with a neutral shade of gray, erasing every memory of how we used to play. The property tax is a guillotine blade, and the culture is the price that the residents pay. They don't need a bulldozer to tear down a soul, just a rent I get a latte to take back control. We're just ghosts of the neighborhood flickering out. In the city of silence, we're starting to shout. They're building a future on top of our past, with glass and with steel that wasn't built to last. Yeah, the lights are all bright, but the shadows are cold, when the place that you love is being bought and being sold. Go. Bodega stood tall in a doggy daycare by the community wall. The cops used to roll by and treat us like thugs. Now they're protecting the hipsters and sweeping the rugs. You call it renewal, I call it a heist. You're selling the vibe, but you're hiking the price. You want the aesthetic, you want the street cred, but you're stepping on the graves of the spirits you bled. You pushed out the grandmas, you pushed out the kids, to the highest rollers in the corporate biz.
Welcome to the new district. Luxury living starting at $4,000 a month.
4,000. My mother worked 40 years just to keep the lights on, and now you're telling her she doesn't fit the aesthetic. Girl, you're aesthetic. So keep your artisanal bread and your overpriced wine, while you're crossing the names off the historical line. You can change every zip code and rename the street, but you can't kill the rhythm of the heart and the beat. We're the echoes in the alley, we're the cracks in the wall. We're the ones who were here till you wanted it all. The ghosts of the neighborhood are starting to haunt everything you stole and everything you want. The bricks remember us, the sky knows our name, while you're playing your real estate thievery game. I see you, Mrs. Johnson. I see you, T.U. They can't erase us, we're built into the foundation, even if we're invisible now. Ghost.
Yeah. They told you go to school, right? Get the degree, get the job, live the dream. Look at the fine print, kid. The ink is still wet, but the trap is already set.
Let's go! Step in the classroom, sit in the back with a pack of the lies that they fed in the cradle. Strapping the children, prepare for the debt while they're serving the poison on top of the table. Get an education, that was the mantra, the anthem they sang to the youth in the static. But look at the math, it's a systematic, erratic, symptomatic, tactic of madness. I signed on the line for a master's degree, but I mastered the art of becoming a slave. Digging my way at a student loan interest is like trying to dig out of a permanent grave. I'm paying for knowledge, they pull it at Google. The cost is a mortgage, the struggle is frugal. They're blowing the bugle, the system is futile. They're treating my future like something that's useless, a paper no.
Swing from the ceiling of debt, a diploma in hand, and a life full of regret. They sold us a dream, but they gave us a cage. A six-figure debt on a minimum wage. Yeah, tighten the knot, let the interest accrue. The star of hope is a nightmare for you.
The paper notes. Watch how the interest is doubling, bubbling, troubling. Everyone stuck in the cycle. I'm ducking the bill, collecting lectures that hunted me down like I'm some kind of rival. I'm working 3 jobs just to pay for the privilege of sitting in lectures and chasing the phantom. I'm losing my mind and I'm throwing a tantrum. The banks of the vampires, I'm screaming the anthem. 19 years old with a debt like a mountain. I'm drinking the rust from the fountain of youth. The syllabus lighting the campus is quiet. Nobody is willing to tell you the truth. They want you compliant, they want you in debt. They want you to sweat for a corporate check while the paper noose is draped over your shoulder. Slowly you're snapping the bones of your neck.
Congratulations, class of 2026. You've earned your degree in financial ruin. The tassel is moved, but the debt is forever. Welcome to the real world.
So I'm burning the passion, I'm lighting the fire. I'm tearing the system apart with my teeth. I'm exposing the liars, the stakes and the suits and the skeletons hiding and rotting beneath. You can take back the gown, you can take back the cap, you can take back the light that you put on the map. I'm breaking the trap, I'm escaping the gap, and I'm hitting them bare with the lyrical clap. I'm not just a number, I'm not just alone. I'm a man with a voice and a mind of my own. You planted the seeds of a revolution. The moment you turn every student to stone, the harvest coming.
Keep the change.
Keep the change.
I don't want the degree.
I don't want the degree. I just want my life back.
Down the paper, down the paper, down the
Paper loose. I don't want the degree. I just want my life back.
down the paper, down the paper, down the
Paper loose.
The paper news.
Look at all this abundance, soars and aisles of colorful boxes. But why does everyone look so sick? Why is the trash can full it in the stomach? Welcome to the land of the fat and the famished. Let's see. Yo, welcome to the concrete desert where the neon signs flicker, where the liquor is cheaper and the poison gets thicker. They got a supermarket standing on every single corner, but look inside the bag, it's a feast for a mourner. High fructose corn syrup, colored dyes in the juice. They're tightening the belt while they're cutting us loose. It's the hunger of plenty, it's a feast of the fake, where they're selling us assault just to watch the heart break. Fresh fruit is a luxury, a dream for the wealthy, and a zip code designer make sure you ain't healthy. It's the hunger of plenty, a golden wrapped lie where the shelves are all full but the people all die. They're feeding us garbage and calling it choice, while the screams of the starving are losing their voice. From the dumpster to the palace, the irony is deep in the land of the hungry where the giants all sleep. Check the back of the store, see the crates in the rain, tons of perfectly fine food going down in the drain. Why? Cause the price gotta stay high, the profit is God. If you're hungry and poor, then they treat you like fraud. They rather bleach the tomatoes and give them away, while a kid 2 blocks over hasn't eaten all day. It's a corporate kitchen and we're all on the menu, changing the labels but it's still the same venue. They got us addicted to the sugar and grease, a slow motion war with no hope for peace. The poorest neighborhoods have the most fast food, the cheapest meals have the longest ingredient list. They aren't feeding you, they're filling you. There's a difference, yeah, big difference.
So we're bloated but empty, we're full but we're hollow, swallowing the capsules and the pills that they follow. Diabetes in a bottle, hypertension in a bag, while they're waving the stars and the stripes of the flag. If I'm in the illness, then they're selling the cure. It's a cycle of greed that targets the poor. I'm spitting this fire for the ones in the line, waiting for a miracle, running out of time. The hunger of plenty, it's a gluttonous sin, and the empire's rotting from the fatness within.
Bon appetit, America, enjoy the chemicals. Don't worry, the hospital has a bed.